channel, baby.
Yeah.
What it do, Half and J family. Welcome back to the channel, baby. It's your boy Half.
And your girl Jay.
And we back
with another reaction
video. All right, y'all, welcome back to the channel.
Welcome back.
We about to get into some more reaction. Now, we never reacted to this gentleman before, but I hear he's a very good guy. He's very interesting, has a lot of knowledge on things like that. So make sure you guys go ahead and go subscribe over there as well, so you guys can check out some things that he got going on over there. So let them know who we'll react to today.
Cash Jordan.
Jordan.
Shout out to Cash Jordan.
Shout out to Cash Jordan.
The video is titled "ICE Raids Home Depot as California Collapses."
I like the whole name, Cash Jordan, though. You feel me? He getting cash, and he got Jordan last name.
Right.
You feel me? He the best. You feel me? But anyway, let's go ahead and jump into it, man. But before we do, everybody else out there who has not yet subscribed to that channel, go ahead and hit the subscribe button.
Yes.
Turn your notifications on.
Yes.
Like and share this video.
Yes.
And then comment down below, baby. Cover Jordan Squad, man.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Half and J.
It's free of charge. Plus, we over kicking off. What? Good vibes, baby. Good vibes. Hello. Was that 9 and 8?
Yes.
Where was y'all at in 1998? Comment down below.
ICE raids Home Depot, starting a riot.
We're in the Westlake area. This is very close to downtown Los Angeles. Sky Fox over the Home Depot out here off of Wilshire Boulevard. Just moments ago, officers from ICE were out here. That's going to be the Homeland Security, and they did take some folks into custody. Now, apparently there was some kind of scuffle at one point, possibly even a call for a man with a gun in the area. Right now, though, the Home Depot back to...
So the Los Angeles riots all started because ICE agents raided the Home Depot and a few other businesses looking for people illegally in the country. And as you're about to see the...
Why they gotta go to Home Depot, though? Somebody say that's where they all at.
I wonder if someone
all
called.
The illegals.
I wonder if someone called in.
Probably. I mean, everybody know that's where a lot of them be at, though. Like, you know what I'm saying? Waiting for jobs and stuff like that. People sliding through. They, you know what I mean? Jump in the car and all that kind of stuff.
Depot and a few other businesses looking for people illegally in the country. And as you're about to see the National Guards on the streets of Los Angeles, but the protesters, they don't seem to care.
Okay, so everybody is like running off right now. I'm not sure why. I can see just down the street. My photographer can move with me a little bit. There's a huge group of people marching down the street right now, and you can see this might be what we've seen before. Protesters squaring off with law enforcement right now.
These people are crazy.
Can you see that? So there you have, okay, we're hearing the flashbangs. We're hearing the flashbangs right now.
Some Mexican flag over here.
This is what we've been seeing night after night. These clashes, these some of these violent protesters squaring off with law enforcement. You have that law enforcement and riot gear there. You can see them with their shields. They're forming a line. They're doing what they can to protect themselves.
This is not going to stop until something really terrible happens. That's what frightens me. And watch how they're getting in the faces of armed troops.
We're going to go ahead and move. Stay with me. Stay with me. All right, so here we go. We're going to take you up to the line so you can see what's happening here. All right, so you can see right now you have officers. They created a line to protect themselves, standing here with these protesters who are continuing to shout at them. The disrespect, the level of disrespect has just been insane over these past 2 days. So many people cursing and shouting at law enforcement. You know, these people are out here, they're just trying to protect and serve. They're just trying to keep this community safe. Following instructions, they're here supporting ICE agents as they...
But the worst part about all of this is the folks who are destroying Los Angeles right now and attacking troops. They're doing it to protect people who are here illegally and may be very dangerous criminals. Look at this. Absolute mayhem.
Look at this chaos from yesterday. Rioters were waving around Mexican flags, were waving it around fire there. And
so, help me understand this. You guys out there as well. If you're trying to be a part of America, why are you waving Mexican flags? if you're not trying to go back over there, why are you representing and waving the Mexican flag? If you're part of America,
Right.
that's all I need to know.
Right.
You know what I mean? So maybe somebody out there can help me out and let me know. No disrespect. I'm just wondering though.
Rioters were waving around Mexican flags, were waving it around a fire there in southeast LA County. They were setting fires in the streets during an anti-ICE protest. Tear gas was used to disperse the violent anti-ICE protesters, but some of them threw those tear gas canisters right back at law enforcement. It was a dangerous situation. In addition to setting all those fires, rioters were also throwing boulders and rocks at law enforcement. And then on Friday, right here at the federal building, over 1,000 rioters surrounded it and attacked it. Violent protesters tried to stop ICE agents from carrying out their operation.
There is nothing peaceful about any of this. This is violence on display for the media to capture, to make it look to you and to me as if citizens are being attacked by law enforcement. That's how these activists think they can shut down these deportations. Look at this. It's wild. Look, they got the paintball smoke guns.
The police here, you have the National Guards here, tactical vehicles, military vehicles. Again, this is the very same place where all that violence broke out on Friday, when you had the acting ICE director, Todd Lyons, calling it appalling. This is where that happened, where they said that that there were over 1,000 protesters. That was on Friday, and now we are dealing with this at this moment.
They want these troops to injure them while they protest. Then they can be martyrs for this cause and get credibility amongst their fellow activists. Of course, if that happens, we Americans, the rest of us, we're going to know that they started it, but they're going to try to make it look like ICE and these troops started it. They're just trying to get a reaction out of the troops.
It's a very tenuous and tense situation there. Heard you say that you may have inhaled a little pepper spray, and we certainly appreciate you staying on the job.
It's okay.
All right.
It's okay, John. You can stay with me if you need to. I'm good.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Look, he's got the cuffs. They're ready to arrest people.
This is live television, and it's one of the biggest stories in the country right now. You can see that the National Guard members are remaining calm in the face of these taunts and heckling and even...
That's because they have no choice. These uniformed men and women, they have to stand there and they have to take this. They have to endure it. And if they do anything, they're going to be the enemy. But now the question is, who were the people taken down in these raids and how dangerous were they? Are these really people that the protesters are justified in saying we should have just let go and never messed with?
In response to ICE arrests throughout the city. It all started Friday night when agents captured what they are calling the worst of the worst. Some of the migrants arrested have been convicted of crimes ranging from assault. One arrest includes a gang member convicted of murder. By Sunday morning, hundreds of National Guard members were on duty in downtown LA at the request of President Trump, who says he will do whatever he can to bring peace back to the city.
What is the bar for sending Marines?
What I think it is, I mean, if we see danger to our country and to our citizens, we'll be very, very strong in terms of law and order.
You have to, because these protesters, they're out there attacking law enforcement to defend people who've been convicted of the worst crimes. There's no excuse for that. And while they're doing it, they're waving around the flags of other countries. That's totally bizarre. Kind of makes you wonder who's really behind this.
It's about law and order.
After senior leave on the feeble, sir. Secretary,
we're going to see what we need. We'll send whatever we need to make sure there's law and order.
Meantime, California Governor Gavin Newsom formally requesting the administration.
Okay, so I heard the Democrats saying that Trump is out of line for sending the troops over there to help with the protesting. Because when the January 5th riots was going on, they was asking him to send troops there to stop those protesters, but he never did. So they're saying, why is that? Why can't you send them for this, but you couldn't send them for the January 5th, little riot thing that happened over there? So, what you got to think about that? Do you guys think Trump is right for sending the troops out in LA to California for the protesting versus the January 5th riots when the Democrats so-called asked him to send troops over for that? He didn't do nothing. So let us know what you guys think about that down low.
In order.
Meantime, California Governor Gavin Newsom formally requesting the administration rescind their, quote,
is he behind
unlawful deployment of troops
sort
to LA, going as far as to say, quote, creating mass chaos and militarizing cities are acts of a dictator, not a president.
Okay, so it's his city, these are his voters, and they're the ones that are out there doing everything right here, inciting and provoking violence, creating mass chaos, causing the militarization of their city. That's what's happening here, and it's the fault of these politicians. But there is another country whose president also seems to be in favor of this.
Las mexicanas y los mexicanos que viven en Estados Unidos
The
son
Mexican
hombres y
president.
mujeres de bien, son hombres
Honest
honestos,
people.
que se fueron a Estados Unidos a buscar una mejor vida para ellos y para aportar a sus familias. No son criminales, son hombres y mujeres de bien.
She's defending the anarchy taking place in America. She supports it, and they're out there waving her country's flag.
Honestos. Tienen toda la solidaridad de su gobierno.
They have the solidarity of the Mexican government.
No
That's
estamos
crazy.
de acuerdo con esta forma de atender el fenómeno migratorio. No es con redadas ni con violencia como se va a atender el fenómeno migratorio.
She's calling the migration crisis a phenomenon, but here she is encouraging an open borders agenda that lets criminals inhabit these sanctuary cities.
You know, what's kind of amazing is you really have the story in one country, two different philosophies when it comes to legal immigration.
Yeah.
You got a mayor and a governor, elected, rightfully, and who said legal immigrants are just like anybody else. And we're a sanctuary state, we're a sanctuary city. You have all
This
the
is
rights,
wrong,
and we'll
man.
go out of our way to make sure you're not arrested. We got a president that got elected because he's going to enforce the border and get rid of illegal immigrant
These
criminals
monsters.
first and the rest along the way. There are 660,000 illegal immigrant criminals. We're going to show you a roster shortly of some of the people that were arrested and scooped up. But ICE, in the eyes of these perhaps illegal immigrant rioters, are the problem, not the solution.
That's for sure.
It sparked a war of words between Gavin Newsom and President Trump over the weekend. Gavin Newsom does not want these 2,000.
Gavin Newsom is on the side of the Mexican president and the rioters. There's nothing American about that.
Right.
This is not pro-American behavior. This is awful behavior, and this is inconsistent with our values. And in a second, I'm going to tell you why this is not going to stop anytime soon.
He said no, and that goes against
100%.
the people that put him in office, because he says no, they haven't, and it is out of control. So the governor who sits there in a protective facility, wherever he is, doesn't want to go out and see what's going on.
Yeah, he's not
but
out
says,
here.
Right.
okay, we're going to make Donald Trump the bad guy, and the mayor would have, every day she just reinforces how inadequate she is for the job, comes out and blames Trump.
Yeah, is Trump supposed to just sit by and watch
And
this?
watch-
They
right.
shut down the 101 freeway. They faced off with the National Guard.
So, okay, if the governor goes to these riots, which are happening in his state, who's he going to stand near? Is he going to stand near the federal agents, or is he
Right.
going to stand near his own voters and
Right.
face the federal agents
Right.
and point his finger at them? That's a very big question. It's almost as if he's in a no-win situation, even though he's made it pretty clear whose side he's on. But in order to understand why this might not be ending anytime soon, even with increased National Guard presence, take a close look at what's going on the freeway here.
With the agents and the riot police, some were waving foreign flags.
Yeah,
There
look
were
at all these
39
flags.
people arrested. And even the police chief of LA, Jim McDonnell, he said we're overwhelmed. They're using cinder blocks and hammers to throw at officers, to throw it at cars. We've had liquid, who knows what, thrown at officers.
Terrible.
So the Democratic Party is criticizing the president. This is their opportunity to lead. This is their city. They're in control. They can make something happen. But this is just the list of quotes that we're hearing from the leader. She wants to be the next governor. The former border czar, you know about Kamala Harris. This is what she had to say. It's part of the...
I mean, look at this picture. We've got the Mount Rushmore of failure going on right here. The Mount Rushmore of rioters and progressives. But you know why this is never going to stop? And why it's not going to stop anytime soon, at least? It's because the people involved in these riots, they don't have anything to lose. They're out there waving foreign flags. They hate America. They're not here for the American dream, whether they're illegal immigrants or whether they're Americans with legal residency. They don't care if they get roughed up attacking federal agents. They're not going to lose their job because of that. Their boss isn't going to look at them and say, hey, why are you all scuffed up? What type of behavior were you engaging in? No, they don't have any accountability in their personal lives. They don't have to go home to children and answer to them why they were in jail for a few days. No, nobody in their life exists who they have any responsibility to, including themselves. And if they get arrested, they'll just post about it on TikTok. It will raise their victimhood status because now they're victims of President Trump and he was mean to them personally, and now they have a reason to go out there and try to do it again. And any medical bills they might incur as a result of their horrible activity, well, if they're getting free health care from the state of California, something we know illegal immigrants get, we can see why they're not worried about the financial losses associated with this. On top of that, even if these people do get arrested, there are behind-the-scenes forces supporting this. And these protesters might know that a legal apparatus of progressives will come to their defense and try to get them released from jail so they don't actually deal with the consequences of their actions. And that's why we're here. We're here because a no-consequences environment has been allowed to exist for far too long. Is that about to change? Let me know.
That's facts.
Yeah. That's crazy. But again, why are you waving foreign flags if you are an American?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because once you do all your paperwork and you over here legally and all that kind of stuff, you're an American now. Right? Now, I get it. You don't want to forget where you came from.
Right.
I get that. But you are an American now. So, if anything, you should be out there waving American flags. You know what I'm saying? And not foreign flags. Let me take that back. I have heard that some protesters out there was actually burning the American flag. So, I'm confused.
It's like, why would they care about how LA,
right?
You know, why would you care?
Right.
You.
And what is burning up stuff, destroying things, helping? You know what I'm saying? Like, what is that helping? I don't get it. I just don't get it. You know, it's.
And they were calling it a peaceful protest.
Ain't nothing peaceful about that. At all. You know, at all. I mean, they destroying. I seen on the news, I want to say it was yesterday maybe, or maybe the day before. I'm talking about probably 8, 9, maybe 10 highway patrol officer cars destroyed. I'm talking about literally destroyed. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and those electric cars that ride around in LA, I forgot what they're called.
The one that drive themselves?
Yeah. What is it called? Is it a Waymo or
something like that? Yep.
Destroyed them.
Yep. You know, I just don't get it, man. I listen, if somebody out there who's been out there doing these protesting, whatever the case may be, I would like to know, what is the point of destroying your own city that you live in? That's all I want to know.
And I just want to say this: if we were to go, move to a different country illegally, I don't see their residents protesting or doing anything for us.
Right.
As Americans. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just don't see that happening.
Right.
We will get deported back to America.
Fast, though.
Quick.
Shit, we probably be stuck over there. You know what I'm saying? In their jail cell for even coming over there illegally. You know what I'm saying? Like, as Americans, we treat people so kindly, which is cool. You know what I'm saying? That's how you're supposed to treat people, kindly and respect and all that kind of stuff. But I think sometimes people take advantage of that.
They do.
You know what I'm saying? And that's what this outcome is all about. They take advantage of that.
I was watching a video about, the scammers in Africa that scam Americans all the time. They were talking about how dumb and how nice we are.
How naive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's just
because we trust.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We trust what you're saying is true. You know? So, and for you to take advantage of somebody like that, shame on you, man. Shame on you. You know? But, hopefully during this protest, nobody really gets hurt extremely.
Right.
Like nobody dies or
Right.
you know what I'm saying, nothing like that, because when it's all said and done, and when you look back on it, if you did lose a family member or something like that during the protest, it's not worth it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It was not worth it. You know, you can feel how you want to feel in the comfort of your own home, or you can actually do a real peaceful protest.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Just peaceful, because doing this ain't gonna help nothing. And especially if you out there and not legally here, you asking to get taken back. You feel me? Like, so, you know. But anyway, I'm done with my rant.
I don't even know what to say at this point, because it's you know, I don't like to see people in fear or afraid, but you know, if the process was done the right way, there would be no fear. You know, you wouldn't be in fear, because you know, you took that step that you needed to. Yeah, I understand things in your country, in their country didn't go, you know, isn't going how they would like for it to go,
right.
And it's easier over here in America. But isn't it like 10 million immigrants over here?
I want to say they said 600,000. Well, I want to say in L.A. Like 600,000 either in L.A. or in California. But it's like about, I think they just said in one of the videos, I want to say 600,000, but it might be 10 million worldwide.
Right.
I know it was
10
a lot.
or 15 million, I believe.
It was a lot that got dumped off in Chicago alone.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I think that was like 1 million over there, I think.
So no one is supposed to be deported back to where they
Right.
came from illegally.
Right.
Like how, like not one person is supposed to be touched.
Right. But like you said, we can go to any other country illegally, and we're not gonna be able to do this.
No. No.
I can tell you that right there.
No.
We're not gonna be able to do this.
Right.
They'll mess around and shoot you dead.
Right.
In the street and leave you right there. In
It's
some
just-
countries.
Yeah.
Go to South Korea or North Korea or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Or go to Kuwait and try to do something like this here. Because you over there illegally. And watch what they do to you. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. They should be happy that all they're doing is deporting them back over there. And we're not like other foreign countries to where we like torture them or, you know what I'm saying? Things like that. Cause, I mean, I don't know. But anyway.
But you have those who are self-deporting, and I heard that when they get to their destination, they're given $1,000.
That's
you
cool.
know, they're given a free ticket back to where, you know, to wherever they're going to,
right.
and $1,000 to get a start.
Yeah, that's cool, because $1,000 in other countries is a lot of money.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's not like over here in America, $1,000 ain't nothing. Over here, you can't pay rent with that. You can't pay rent.
I just can't wrap my head around it, because
your head big enough.
You know what?
You can wrap that motherfucker around a couple times. Shit, they go, oh.
But yeah, you have a lot of people who are protesting, and a lot of these people do not have rights over here.
Right.
You know what I'm like? They're saying they're fighting for the immigrant rights, but what rights?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If you're over here illegally, what rights do you really have in America?
Right.
I don't know.
Right.
So,
But anyway, you guys let us know how y'all feel about this one. Comment down below. And if you stuck around this long, hope to hear your name. It's going to do some shout outs.
Yes.
First, me out.
First shout out goes to Ken Peterson. What's up, Ken Peterson?
Ken Peterson, what's going on, man? Shout out to you. Hope you definitely enjoyed that reaction. Let us know what you thought about it. Comment down below.
Yes. Second shout out goes to Sweet Lady. What's up, Sweet Lady?
You know what that remind me of?
Sweet Lady.
Would you be mine?
Hey.
Love for a lifetime. You feel me? Shout out to you, though, Sweet Lady.
Yes.
You gonna run back a nice little rhythm, man. Hope you definitely enjoyed that reaction. Let us know what you thought about it.
Yes.
We love you guys.
Yes, we do.
Make sure you guys stay safe out there. If you're living in the LA area, if you guys are moving around out there, stay safe. Please stay safe because the freeways are getting shut down. They're throwing stuff at cars and destroying cars, and they don't care who you are now, it looks like to me. So make sure you guys stay safe, stay prayed up. Make sure you guys keep God first.
Most importantly.
And we'll catch you guys in the next reaction video.
Yes. Peace.